In this video, we will show you how to set up nJAMS to monitor your entire Mule infrastructure with an nJAMS feature called Argos. While nJAMS provides insight into flow executions, Argos completes the processes view. It shows performance metrics from applications and infrastructures, which may have an impact on your overall process performance. nJAMS Agent is the plugin-driven component of Argos. nJAMS clients and nJAMS agents collect events and metrics from your entire environment. They then pass the information to nJAMS Cloud, the central service of nJAMS. Before you get started with the Argos setup, make sure you have connected your Mule project to nJAMS. Let's continue with the Argos setup to monitor a sample server of your Mule infrastructure. In the nJAMS hub, navigate to Instances, go to Client Setup, and select nJAMS Agent from the drop-down list. Follow the instructions displayed to install nJAMS Agent. Step 1. Click on the link here to download the nJAMS Agent. After downloading, the nJAMS Agent must be unpacked. Step 2. You will find the file njams_agent.conf in the config subfolder of the Agent folder. Open this file in an editor of your choice. Step 3. Open an API key from your nJAMS Cloud Certificate bundle or create a new one in the nJAMS Hub. For instructions, check out the previous video of this series entitled How to Monitor Your Mule Flows with nJAMS Cloud. Scroll to the end of the nJAMS Agent conf file. Step 4. Switch back to the nJAMS Hub and copy the configuration snippet. Paste this snippet into the nJAMS Agent conf file. Replace Insert API Key here with the content of the API key file. Save the configuration file. Step 5. Now copy the entire Agent folder to a server of your choice. In my case, I use an Ubuntu system. You could also run the nJAMS Agent on a Windows machine or inside a Docker container as described in Step 6 of the instructions. Here, I output the last 10 lines of the configuration file. You can see the previously made changes here. Go to the bin directory and start the nJAMS Agent with the command njams_agent start. Now, I'll check the log file to see if the start was successful. In case of an error, you will find it here. When the agent starts, it prints out the configuration used to collect metrics and the hostname of the system, which makes the metrics visible in Argos. Let's switch back to the nJAMS Hub and go to the nJAMS Cloud instance to check if metrics are coming in for our selected server. Navigate to Argos and edit a dashboard to add a new component. Under Node Selection, select the server from the drop-down list and add it to our dashboard. Click Save and Leave. The new component represents the server state. Click on it to jump to the linked page of the composite and see the statistics graphs. Here, we see different metrics like load, disk I/O, and memory consumption. Step 7. To monitor performance metrics from your Mule application with Argos, you'll have to adapt the configuration of the nJAMS client for Mule and enable the nJAMS subagent. Go back to the nJAMS Hub and select nJAMS Agent again under Instances, Client Setup. Check the sample subagent configuration described in Step 8. It instructs an nJAMS client to send metrics to an nJAMS agent, which then transfers them to the nJAMS Cloud. Copy this configuration snippet and paste it into your njams.properties file. Replace the host with the hostname or IP address of your nJAMS agent. Save the file. Now, start your Mule application. In the startup log, you can see that the nJAMS subagent is now enabled. Switch back to your nJAMS Cloud instance. You can now add further components to your Argos dashboard. The Mule application and the Mule flow are included in the drop-down list beside your server. You can also apply Argos rules to these components to trigger actions if the conditions are matched. For this, go to Rules. For example, you may want to trigger a warning if 80% of server disk space is used, and an error if 90% is used. Select disk usage and assign this rule to the server on which your nJAMS agent is running. Use Edit to adapt the rule. The alerts will appear in your dashboard under Alerts. Here is the warning which shows that 80% of disk space has just been exceeded. This can also be found in the metrics of the component. Here, you can see the disk usage trend. Contact us for any questions or check the nJAMS agent and nJAMS cloud documentation at docs.integrationmatters.com for a detailed description of the Argos setup and its functionality.